Hello, and welcome to another wee presentation with the Living Memory Association. As this is St. Valentine's month, today we share photographs and memories of walking out together, stepping out, dancing, going for a drive, and all ways of courting. Our first courting couple is Francis Swanston and Mary McKinley. The photo was taken in 1910 on a bridge somewhere near what looks like a pleasant wee woods. They are out for a little stroll together. Margaret Monroe, who donated the photo, told us, "This was probably taken when Francis and Mary were courting. They later married. Mary was a dressmaker and made all her own clothes." As our own Evelyn Whitfield points out, walking out together was the Edwardian way of spending time in each other's company, and was one of the ways that couples could be together without a chaperone. Here is another courting couple out for a walk together in what looks like an open country field. The couple are Charles Morrison and Barbara Combe, who married around the time this photo was taken in 1920. This photo of a windswept courting couple is John Notman and Millie Shields, and this was taken on a beach in 1953. Could the photo have been taken on Portobello Beach, or perhaps on a day trip to North Berwick? It's difficult to tell from the buildings behind them. Do you recognize these buildings? Or can you tell where this might be? If so, please get in touch. Millie was a Leither, born in Tennant Street in 1932, but as we so often do for love, she left her beloved Leith behind and moved with John to Craigmillar when they married, not long after this photo was taken. Of course, walking out together for courting couples was not just for quiet and cozy country lanes, open fields, or windswept beaches, as we saw in the last few photos. Walking out together was for city folk too. What could be better than dressing in your best clothes to meet your beau, and of course, couples dressed for passerbys as much as for one another. The unknown couple in this photo from 1925 are standing among the flowers in East Princess Gardens. Her fur stole and his dangling cigarette might be somewhat questionable in today's Edinburgh, but the handsome couple is the height of 1920s fashion. Across the street behind them is the old Waverley Hotel, which those of us in Edinburgh still know today. You can also spot an original Edinburgh tram whizzing by behind them. Strolling arm in arm across the North Bridge is another beautiful and chic courting Edinburgh couple. Their names perfectly describe them. They are Bella and Chic Seaman. The photo was donated to the Living Memory Association by Patricia Anderson, who tells us that Chic and Bella were lifelong friends of Flora Fraser. They were originally from Peebles and met through Chic's work as a waiter in Peebles Hydro, since Flora's father, John Fraser, also worked there. The Seamans and Frasers moved together to Edinburgh and even lived together for a time in a tiny flat in the Lawn Market, which of course is not far from where this photo was taken. Another romantic lover's spot in Edinburgh. The Botanical Gardens is still popular for courting couples today, and practical for any weather too, since the glass house is warm, dry, and of course it offers cozy corners for some privacy. We don't know who the lovely couple in this photo are, as this was an anonymous donation to our museum. What a lovely pair they make though, and quite the twinkle in the young woman's eye for her beau. While Victorian courting rituals were much stricter and required that a chaperone, usually an older, married woman, accompany the courting couple, this seems to have relaxed somewhat in the early 20th century, and courting couples could hide by mingling in a large group of friends. This photo, taken over 100 years ago, in 1918, shows 6 young men and women sitting in an Edinburgh park together on a sunny day. Some of the young people are members of the Ski family, who have donated a number of photos to the Wee Museum of Memory. Another courting couple, perhaps chaperoning by friends. The couple in the middle are Robert Gilroy and Isabella Cunningham, who later married and are the parents of Margaret Mooney, whose photo this is. The photo was taken in New Craig Hall Park in 1925. Of course, courting in couples has never gone away. This photograph, from nearly 45 years later, was taken in 1969 at an after-party for the wedding of Johnny Miller and Dot Ryan. The two beautiful young people in the center are Danny Sweeney and Maureen Noble, who were going steady at the time and who themselves married later in this same year. Looking at our huge memory and photo archive, some of the fondest memories we found of courting are going dancing. Dance halls especially were a huge part of courting, and many of our museum and social media visitors met their partners there, had a taste of freedom, and encountered new and exciting kinds of music. This photo captures a couple taking a quiet moment away from the dance floor at the Tile Fixers Dance held at Westfield Halls in 1964. The charming couple are Lenny Lawson and June Burns, who of course ended up very happily married. June wears a beautiful boat neck dress which she made herself for the dance. How many of you can remember the Palais de Danse in Fountain Bridge? According to the Scotsman, the Palais first opened in November 1909 as a skating rink. But from the 1930s onwards, it became one of the most popular dancing haunts in the city. On a good night, up to 900 people would cavort the night away on its enormous sprung dance floor. The great novelty was the hand-cranked revolving stage, which allowed bands to seamlessly swap over without any hint of an interruption to the dancing. There were no alcoholic drinks served at the Palais. The cocktail bar, Cupid's Corner, only served fruit juice, so many went for drinks beforehand. This photo from 1960 shows four friends, including Dorothy Craig and Maria Hutchinson on the left, having a drink at the Haymarket bar, just round the corner, before going to the Palais de Danse, no doubt hoping to meet some handsome boys. The girls weren't the only ones to move about in groups. Eric Sloan remembers, the single lads sat on one side of the dance hall and the girls on the other. To ask a single girl to dance meant spying her with her mates, working up courage, then crossing to the other side of the dance floor for ultimate rebuffal. This photo shows just such a group of boys, though this wasn't taken at the Palais. Rather, it was taken at the Electricians' Social Club in 1952, a few years earlier than the last photo. Once inside the Palais, any local lads hoping to impress the girls with their jiving had stiff competition from American Air Force personnel who were stationed in West Lothian during the 1950s. Over the years, countless marriages were forged from couples meeting at the dance floor. This photo of a soldier and servicewoman dancing was not taken at the Palais, but in Germany, just at the end of the war. Very sadly, the Palais de Danse closed to make way for student accommodation in 2015. So no doubt courting of a modern sort still happens on that spot. What are your memories of dancing at the Palais? We would love to hear them and to see your photos too. Please share them with us in the comment section below or through our social media pages. Eric Sloan remembers one last thing about the Palais. He says, the most advanced technology in the hall was the automatic photo booth. Very new at the time and very popular with courting couples. This cozy close-up photo of a courting couple, John Thompson and Linda Findlay, was also taken in a photo booth, though probably not the one at the Palais. John and Linda married 3 years after this photo was taken, in 1976, so theirs was a rather long courtship, leading to what is still a very happy marriage. More dancing in this photo. This time at the Afton Dancing Studio in Neodra Street, where the star dancers in the photo met. Our acrobatic dancing couple are Arthur Jeffrey and Patricia Feistmeister. Arthur remembers, this is us practicing the throwing about when we were dancing the rock and roll. Arthur and Pat went on to marry in 1960, and, as regular visitors these days at the Wee Museum of Memory, they have told us and shown us that they have kept on dancing through the years. Since many young people still live with their parents or family, as cars became more commonplace, courting couples finally had a way and a place to have more private dates. In this photo, and memory from Gail Featherstone Haw, she is standing beside a yellow Ford Anglia, dressed in her very best for a visit with her boyfriend Robert. This couple even drove together in a VW Beetle across the United States while courting. They are Stephen David and Phoebe Wilson. Phoebe remembers, the car is a VW Beetle bought in California in September 1964. We had spent the summer living in an apartment in Cambridge, Massachusetts, and were driving back across the country to Berkeley, where we both lived, separately. We had been having a trial marriage, you might say. We were married in September 1966 in San Francisco. This was a stop to visit my parents. We moved to Britain in September 1967. This dreamy photo of a young couple on a moped is Evelyn Muir's brother Arthur and his then girlfriend Margaret. Evelyn remembers, the photo was sent to me as a reminder of how well my brother had done in way of transport. He always had something with wheels. From pedal car at Bistro Street to roller skates, racing bikes, motorcycles, and cars. The photo was taken on the drive the young couple took to Roslyn to visit a friend. In a strange twist, it was the friend who later became Evelyn's sister-in-law. This brings us to the end of our presentation of courting couples, but we leave you with a lovely photo showing the path that the best courting leads to. This photo shows the engagement of Maureen Lenny and John O'Donnell. It was taken on Arthur's Seat in 1956, and Maureen and John are surrounded by their loving family. What are your memories of dancing, stepping out, and courting? We would love to hear them. Please get in touch in the comment section below or on social media. We would also love to see you in the Wee Museum of Memory at Ocean Terminal in Leith. Do stop by.